What would you see if you returned to Earth 1 billion years from now? Would the blue planet we once called home still exist? Or would it be nothing more than a desolate land covered in ash and fire? Imagine a world where massive volcanoes erupt endlessly, flooding the surface with blazing lava. Or perhaps Earth has frozen over entirely, becoming a giant icy sphere drifting silently through the cold void of space. But what if you go even further into the future? Maybe all the oceans have evaporated, leaving behind a scorched, barren wasteland, or the opposite. Earth might have become a vast, endless ocean with no land in sight. And what about humanity? Do we still exist? Or have we long abandoned Earth, migrating to other corners of the galaxy? The truth is, if you were to return to Earth 1 billion years from now, the chances of being greeted by anyone are incredibly slim. Can humanity survive for another 1 billion years? Our world is facing a series of threats that could wipe out civilization as we know it. From climate change, overpopulation, and nuclear war, to doomsday asteroids, natural ice ages, and the ever-increasing heat of the sun, each of these dangers holds the potential to bring humanity to its knees. We've already seen how difficult it was for the world to unite just to overcome a global pandemic. So how can we possibly stand together against threats that are even more catastrophic? Can we truly overcome them all and survive, not just for thousands or millions, but for 1 billion more years? Let's look into the future, explore the harshest survival challenges humanity may ever face, and discover what might ultimately decide our fate: extinction, or the path to eternity. Have you ever heard of the Y2K bug? Now imagine an upgraded version of it, the new millennium bug, set to hit us in the year 10,000 AD. By then, our current software, designed only to handle 4-digit years, will have no idea what to do with a 5-digit date. A massive world-scale tech glitch is waiting for us in the distant future. But that's just the beginning. If you think the future is only about machines and AI, get ready to be surprised. In 10,000 years, regional differences in genetics and physical traits will almost disappear. Features like skin color and hair color will be evenly distributed across the globe. Perhaps at long last, we will no longer be divided by appearances. A more unified world, where there are no strangers, only us. And here's something even more fascinating. The languages we speak today, English, Spanish, Chinese, will no longer exist. The language of the future will retain only about 1% of the core vocabulary we use now. Imagine waking up in that world where every sound is foreign, every word brand new. Finally, Earth will enter a new ice age. Nature's brutal cycle will begin again, but this time, will humanity be strong enough to adapt? Have you ever imagined what Earth will look like millions of years from now? What's coming will blow your mind. Niagara Falls, one of the most breathtaking natural wonders, will eventually erode completely, disappearing into Lake Erie. But here's the twist. When that happens, a day on Earth will become longer, by 1 full second. It may sound small, but it's a sign of something much bigger on the horizon. Deep beneath the ocean, the underwater volcano Loihi is slowly rising, and one day it will break through the surface, forming a brand new island in Hawaii. While nature creates, the cosmos threatens. A massive asteroid, over 1 kilometer in diameter, might be heading for Earth. If we can't stop it, it could create a crater over 400 kilometers wide, spark global wildfires, and make the atmosphere unbreathable. And that's not all. A supervolcano could erupt with unimaginable force, releasing up to 3,200 cubic kilometers of ash, enough lava to fill 75% of the Grand Canyon. It would resemble the Toba eruption that nearly wiped out humanity 70,000 years ago. Looking up at the night sky, the giant star Betelgeuse may have already exploded into a supernova, so bright it could be visible from Earth even during the day. Meanwhile, humans may have settled across the solar system, and if separated long enough on different planets, we might even evolve into entirely different species adapted to their own worlds. Back on Earth, East Africa will split apart, creating a new ocean basin. In 50 million years, Africa will collide with Eurasia, closing off the Mediterranean Sea and forming a massive new mountain range, possibly with peaks taller than Everest. On Mars, one of its moons will crash into the planet, breaking apart and forming a stunning ring system like Saturn's. Meanwhile, the Rocky Mountains in North America will be completely eroded. The Hawaiian Islands will all sink beneath the ocean, and another asteroid, similar to the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, could once again strike Earth. This time, it could end life as we know it. Eventually, all the continents will merge into a new supercontinent, Pangaea Ultima. But don't get too attached, because in another few 100 million years, it will break apart again. And if you think that's the end of it, think again. A gamma-ray burst could explode just 6,500 light-years away. If it hits Earth, it could destroy the ozone layer and trigger a mass extinction. The Moon will drift so far from Earth that total solar eclipses will no longer be possible. The Sun's brightness will continue to increase, heating Earth to the point where tectonic activity might stop. Carbon dioxide levels will plummet, and photosynthesis, the foundation of life on Earth, will cease. Imagine stepping out of your time machine, only to find that Earth is no longer the lush blue planet you once knew. Clean air, gone. Oxygen and ozone, two elements essential for life, have vanished from the atmosphere, and with them, all complex life forms have disappeared. The Sun now burns brighter than ever, its luminosity increased by 10%, raising the planet's average temperature to a scorching 47 degrees. Earth has become a giant, steamy greenhouse. The oceans, almost entirely evaporated, leaving behind nothing but small pools of water at the poles. If you're a time-traveling visitor, prepare yourself. This is no longer the home of humanity. Hopefully, our species has found refuge on a distant planet somewhere in the cosmos, leaving behind only memories of this place. Because with unbearable heat, unbreathable air, and a desperate lack of water, Earth is now a lifeless wasteland. So don't stay too long. Instead, set off to explore the rest of the solar system. Perhaps out there, you'll discover traces of your own kind, or encounter an entirely new form of intelligent life. But that's a story for another What If. And that's a glimpse into the distant future of Earth and humanity. From massive volcanoes to new ice ages, we see that the future is filled with upheaval. But what we do today can significantly impact tomorrow. Please leave your thoughts and predictions about the future in the comments and share this video to expand the discussion. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video, where we'll continue to explore the mysteries of the universe. Thank you for watching and see you soon. And